Yes.
Okay, so now you're live. So now you're live.
Ooh, we're live. Hello everyone. We're live.
Yes.
I
Okay,
guess.
so now
Hello
you're
everyone.
Yeah,
live.
hello everyone.
I guess.
Hello
Yeah,
everyone.
hello everyone. Welcome to a very
Hello
special.
everyone.
Welcome to a very
Yeah, very new
special
one as well.
First time ever.
Yeah, very
Coming
new
with you
one as
live.
well.
First time ever.
Probably the last one.
Yeah, we
Probably
can.
the last one.
Yeah, I think we'll be very lucky to not come out of this card. All things considered, thankfully it's only 30 minutes long. We shouldn't go overboard like Rock did, unfortunately.
Audio. Lol. Somebody messed up the sounds.
Who? I hope it's not me.
I don't know.
No, I'm not doing anything wrong with it.
Zaza, you're doing a countdown for the start, or should I, or whatever you want?
Yeah, sure, why not? Are you all ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, have fun, gamers.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, what do we do here? I guess I'm gonna offer you two options, misters, in the chat. First of all, the beginning of this category is roughly the same as no AGS, so I can go over it, but then you'll see that again during the no AGS race. But instead, I can try to explain you how duping works in general, and hopefully explain how this Giga Glitch works. What do you want to hear? This is PSP, but they're playing on the emulator, PPSSPP. Well, I don't see any answers in the chat. What are your expectations, gamers? First try is every time?
No, I don't believe in myself, so no.
Why so?
I do believe in Redlof.
I mean, I already had a meltdown earlier when trying to do this thing, so I don't believe that anything will end up being okay, but we'll see.
So,
There's
gamers,
plenty of things that can go wrong.
AGS explanation, please. Okay, then I guess I'll take the whole hair the whole time. I'll come back to the streams later. Oh, this is gonna be a long explanation. I hope nobody really is gonna be sad about it, but I'll try my best. Sorry, I'm bad at explaining things. Let's start with something basic. Let's start with what the game script is. Okay, let's talk about something you all are familiar with. And we're gonna say that a script is basically a book, a normal book. Haha, reading books, haha, nerd 2021, I know. But book consists of, it's a basically sequence of sentences, right? And script, similarly, is just a sequence of commands. So a command is a sentence, easy. Then let's think what the command exactly is. It's a bit more complicated, because it starts with an opcode, 2 bytes or 1 word. What is an opcode? Opcode is a function, like open save menu, change the weather, change the colors, etc, etc, etc. Each opcode, as I said, is only 2 bytes long, but some of them take parameters, some of them don't. For example, the one that activates save menu doesn't need any parameters, so it's just 2 bytes long. Some require some parameters. For example, change the weather. You have to specify which weather you want to see, sunny, rainy, foggy, etc. 1 parameter. Change the car colors. You specify the vehicle, the first, the second color, 3 parameters. What I want to say here is that every single command has its own lengths. Just like sentences, they have different lengths and they vary. Cool. Since we're done with that, let's make one assumption. Let's say that every single sentence in the book is written on its own line, and that is going to help us to introduce you to a new word, which is an offset. You might ask, what the hell is an offset? Well, it's nothing really complicated. It's basically, an offset of a command is basically a sum of lengths of all previous comments. So, for example, let's say the first sentence in the book is 60 characters long, the second one is 20 characters long. So the offset of the third sentence is 60 plus 20, 80. Easy. And this is basically everything you you need to know about how scripts work. So script is a book, comment is a sentence, and they have their lengths called offsets. Well, now, what the hell duping is? Duping is a bit more complicated. It is basically starting a mission during another mission. And normally you cannot do that, but GTAs have a lot of glitches that allow you to do so. I'm not gonna go over them because that's a completely different topic, but let's see what happens when you start mission B during mission A. Well, if you do that, you end up with two missions B. If we go back to the books example, you're gonna end up with 2 books B. Why that happens? Well, it's called like that. But the important thing you need to know, the second instance starts from the very beginning as expected, so from offset 0. But the first one is going to continue executing from the same offset it was before. Once again, let's assume you were reading a book. You are done with chapter 1 and you remember that you have to continue your reading from offset, let's say 2000. You go away, you come back, and you see that somebody nasty duped your books, so instead of book A you see 2 books B's. And you're like, what? What is this? And you're like, okay, let me just continue reading. And you are obviously continuing to read from the offset 2000. If you're lucky enough, you're gonna start reading from the new sentence. Of course, it's gonna be a different sentence, but at least you start reading from the very beginning of it, so the game doesn't crash, because it seems, I mean, yes, something changed, but I mean, commands are alright, everything works, I guess, let's continue. All good. But most of the times, you're gonna get unlucky and you're gonna start reading from the middle of a sentence, or even worse, from the middle of a word. And this is where things can go wrong, and this is why the game crashes way too often. So what the game does, it just reads first 2 bytes, an opcode. If it sees an unknown opcode, then in LCS, GTA3 and Vice City, the game's gonna say, alright, I don't know this opcode, let's just skip it. In other games like Vice City Stories, it's just gonna crash right away, so VCS, unlucky gamers. But let's go back to LCS. We're reading first 2 bytes, unknown opcode, okay, let's move on. Second 2 bytes, again, unknown, let's continue. If you're lucky enough, you're gonna hit a start of a new sentence and continue executing from there, everything is fine, the game didn't crash. But the thing that might happen is that you accidentally find a valid opcode, and what's worse, you can find a valid opcode that takes some parameters, but instead of the parameters, you're gonna get some garbage. And let me just give you an abstract example going back to books. Let's say we have 2 opcodes. The first one is the word knowledge, and it takes a subject as its parameter. Okay, simple enough. The second one is word ledge, so very similar, knowledge and ledge, and it takes height as a parameter. Suppose we have a normal sentence, something like knowledge of English language is important if you want to communicate with people. I know it sounds a bit silly, but that's just an example. It's fine, but since you're duping, you might read that as ledge of English subject, or English language, and you're like, wait, what? I get an opcode ledge, so I expect to see some height, some value, but I get English language as height? Well, something doesn't add up, I don't know what is this, and the game just freaks out and crashes right away. And that is why duping is very dangerous if you do not know what you're doing. Hopefully now you know how duping works. Of course that's just the basics, and of course I have to be quite quick in explaining stuff, so you might not understand it fully. If you still have any questions, feel free to ask me in Discord or somewhere else, maybe even in the chat, but let's quickly go back to the speedrun. This speedrun is very interesting because apart from the gig glitch that was found by Palinet, and we're gonna get to it soon, there is some more stuff. Soon enough you're gonna see how Selecta Instapass that I found for this category, it works. Like, it is a bit more complicated, so I'm not gonna go into details, but it's basically That type of duping where we get lucky. And also I have to introduce you to the concept of variables, local variables, global variables, pseudo-global variables. No, that's just LCS stuff, nobody wants to hear that. So just believe me, when you start host selector, it's just gonna insta-pass, okay? Well, not when you start it, when you start smash and grab. But you'll see that in a moment. Right now, PaintedCat is doing the offer. Redlof is a bit behind actually, and doing Portland as well. Oh, the offer as well. I mean, at least he is a bit behind on the mainstream, because I'm watching it just as you do right now. It's a simple mission. Here we're gonna do this small trick where we park the bike near the container so we can take it and use it as our getaway vehicle a bit quicker. Let's see how it's gonna go for PaintedCat and Redlof, because sometimes these workers are quite tough and might catch up to you and knock you off the bike, and yeah, you lose some time. Also, you might notice that our gamers have a Molotov. That's something new, you don't really see that during no AGS speedruns. But to be honest, it's not really that new, because that was a strat long time ago, where people were getting a Molotov during Slacker.
Mr. Zaza,
Alright.
can I interrupt you?
Yeah, sure.
I don't have a Molotov, I'll going for old strats. SMH.
Okay, so PC is not doing a molly strat, Redlof is doing it, but he got ruffled by the guys, as I said. Alright, PC is gonna go for a different strat then. Fine, let's look at what Redlof does. Because the strat here is to throw a molly and hopefully get 3 or more fires. And don't catch on fire, please, because it's gonna ruin everything. If he does so, then a fire truck should spawn, which is a pretty convenient way because we need a fire truck to dupe. Unfortunately, duping in this game is trash. You have two basic methods. The one is really good because it works 100% of the times, but it's slow, you have to wait for 2 minutes. And the second one is the one that Redlof is doing right now. Okay, PC, it's not gonna work, you need a different car.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
can't do
sure,
that with a fire truck, no
I
problem.
can-
So what Redlof does, he is holding firefighter side mission, and he wants to let go of the button roughly at the same time as he picks up the rampage, but as you can see, he got either cycled or was a bit too late. It's really tough to get fast on mission 0 quickly, trust me. That's why this strat is very bad, and well, you usually see that only during Honda speedruns, because how bad it is. If you fail that during an AGS run, then well, run is dead, you have to start again, because you're losing quite some time now. But PC is going for a slow strat that is consistent, as I said, but he has to wait for 2 minutes. For that he needs a vehicle like a cop car or a taxi, basically almost any vehicle with a side mission that he can activate. And the strat is really simple. You first activate a rampage, then you park your vehicle in a way that when you get out you pick up that rampage, or stay on the place where a rampage is supposed to be, because you can see them during a different rampage. It can be a different rampage if you want, doesn't have to be the same one. And as soon as the timer hits like either 1 second or 000, he is just gonna get in the vehicle. During the animation, Tony is going to pick up a rampage, and after that he'll have enough time to activate the side mission quickly. And activating both firefighter, vigilante in PaintedCat's case, and a rampage allows him to dupe missions. And just like that, he did it. Meanwhile, Redlof is still trying to get quick on mission 0, and it doesn't really go so well. Alright, I guess back to the main glitch, the one that you're gonna see right now. Well, it works really easily if you follow my explanation from the very beginning. All you need to do is to start Frighteners during Vigilante. What is gonna happen is you're gonna hit like the middle of a sentence, but in a good way. You're gonna hit the... oh, my clock, sorry. You're gonna hit the go to opcode. And go to opcode basically takes one parameter, the place you want to go, and luckily for us, it's not garbage this time. It takes timer 0 as a parameter, which is a legit parameter. What is timer 0? Timer 0 is an internal timer every single mission in this game has, and since we're using Vigilante, well, that's basically the timer that starts when you start Vigilante, and luckily for us doesn't reset at all. Oh, Redlof is even reloading a save, yeah, it doesn't treat him so good. These fast on mission 0 ruins a lot of runs, trust me. Luckily we don't do that during no AGS speedruns, because it's cancerous. By the way, there is a big bounty if you find a convenient way to dupe missions in LCS. You get $0 from me, and maybe $0 from Redlof as well.
Og.
Yeah,
0 from
big
me.
bounty. Oh, 3 zeros, guys. Can't miss this opportunity.
Yeah,
Alright,
zero.
so back to go to timer 0. As I said, it's a valid opcode and a valid parameter for it, and we kind of control the value because the longer you wait, the higher the value is. So what the gamers really do need to do is basically, well, wait until it says please go to the start of the credits section, and that is it. I mean, of course it's not as simple because the time window isn't that big, but compared to VC, SSU and San Andreas AGS, the timer is way bigger, so the chances of getting the right value is way bigger. Unfortunately, this game likes to ruffle you with some FPS issues, so yeah, it's not that consistent as you want it to be. Okay, so PC just did host selector instapass, and now he is actually on a mission and he activated a rampage. The mission is gonna fail soon because he's gonna get in the car, and it's gonna fail because it's going to say, well, please save my buddies from the mission, Vincenzo's buddies I mean, but they do not exist anymore, they are already dead and even gone. That's why the mission fails when he gets in a police vehicle. The ideal timing for starting Vigilante is, I think, 1:36 on the Rampage's timer. Yeah, unfortunately PC was a bit slower because he went for a traffic spawn, which is actually not a bad thing, because cop cars at the police station might be locked, all 3 of them. One of them has 20% chance, the second one 30, and the fourth one 40% chance of being locked, and of course if you're lucky as me, you're gonna get all 3 locked, which is only 2.4%, and yeah, that's what happened during my PB. Okay, Redlof instapassed host selector, and he's going to do basically the same thing. All PC has to do now is just wait and pray, because as soon as the rampage timer runs out, he's gonna activate Salvatore's mission, Frighteners, and if he has the right value, it's gonna warp him to credits. If he has the wrong value, it can be a lot of stuff, starting from a game crash, even a blue screen in emulator, a mission failed, another mission failed, none of the mission failed, but nothing happens. So yeah, if you wait a bit longer, you can even die, I think. You can activate save menu, there are a lot of different outcomes, and well, most of them are garbage for us. Yes, you can go to the bathroom. Thanks
game
for
crashed.
unlucky. Why did you spoil that?
Stay tuned for
Man,
more
shit.
later on
sorry.
LCN.
Unlucky.
Now
Let's
it's
see
time
what
for
happens
Redlof
to
to win.
Redlof. I mean, you still have 13 minutes. Well, more like 12, but
Well, I
still.
still have my backups safe. Let's go.
Yeah. You can't tell who is winning because it's hard to tell until the one actually gets the strat. As I said, most of the times you're gonna end up with a bad outcome, and if that happens, you have to, well, do all that on mission 0 stuff all over again, which is obviously slow. Alright, Redlof is gonna activate the marker in roughly 40 seconds for me. Let's see what is going to happen. Yeah, the game crashed for PC. Bad value, unlucky. No duping tonight. Alright, since we have some time, yo guys, I tried really my best to explain how scripts in GTA work and how duping works in particular at the very basic level. Of course, there is way more into it, especially if you compare GTA 3 and, for example, LCS. There is a lot of differences, but my question is now, do you now understand how duping works? If so, please post the Peter emote, because when ladies are gonna ask you how duping works, you are ready. Okay, Redlof has a chance of winning, because sometimes
no.
it doesn't warp him right away.
I'm pretty
but
sure it's not.
No. Yeah, if you are already here, there's no way it's gonna... So what he was trying to do is to run towards the road, because it spawns some vehicles and sometimes you need that to get credits. Okay, I see a few Peters here. If you did not understand, please post Satch, so I can see how bad I am at explaining stuff.
Do we have Paudinet in the chat? He can rate your
I don't know
narration.
if we have Powdered in the chat, but I guess after my bad explanation, I'm gonna lose my Code Monkey role on the server.
Don't worry
Okay,
about
I
that.
see a few Sedges. But I saw a few Peters, so hell yeah, gamers. I like that you enjoyed my quick and dirty explanation of duping in this game. Alright, so once again, PC is insta-passing, host select. Redlof is about to
Actual
go for
proper
fast
rampage.
missions here. Who the hell is Peter? Man. I see a zoomer in the chat. It was not your explanation, dude, it was on point. Thank you very much. I really tried my best. I even prepared some of the notes before start, because I knew that I'll need them.
Hell am I going? This is not smash and grab. Frog.
Can I just answer by yes or no? Sure, caster. If you want so, you can answer with yes or no. Okay, so Redlof is actually doing the fast on mission 0 strat that worked. Holy fuck, let's go. Let's go.
GG Redlof.
PC is going for a rampage again. So we are 21 minutes in. I guess they're gonna try one or maybe two times, and then if nothing works, then they're gonna use their save states, because otherwise we're gonna go overestimate, and as our previous great runner showed, it's not so good. Luckily we have 9 hours of nothing. Well, it's even more than 9 hours, or is it? Yeah, roughly 9 hours of nothing during the night, so hopefully Hoaxy isn't gonna be that sad that he has to start a bit later. I mean, nothing bad. Yeah, save states are bad, but sometimes if you want to show something, you have to use them.
I want to be honest
Let's
one. I don't use any save states because they're dirty. They're cheating.
Yeah, that's true.
Street crime
That's
is
true.
on the
Why are
retreat
you
from
not
today,
running on the
with
real console
establishment
then?
of an Avenging Angel
Me?
chapter in our crime.
I don't
Yeah.
have one.
Bro,
purchase.
I imagine submitting for a marathon without having real hardware.
What do you mean? I have
SMH my head.
I have PC. I have PS4. That's a real hardware, right?
Not for LCS. Oh, Redlof
It's
was getting trolled by cop cars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, he had only 2, so it's not as bad as having all 3. But yeah, obviously doesn't help him. That's why when I speedrun these, or when I'm going to come back to speedrunning these, I'm going to take the cop car on the road if I see one. My last PB showed me that no, it's not worth it. It's just not. 3 locked cop cars are awful.
Well, it did fail, I guess. It did fail.
Why are Redlof's PBs not on the leaderboard? He said he is going to submit them right after his secret speedruns from like 2 years ago, I think. So big TF gamers, no Redlof's PBs on leaderboard.
Yay, world record holder forever.
Oh no, I mean, Mr. Powdernet might come back and take it back.
I don't know.
Okay, since we are still waiting for gamers to get lucky, any questions about my duping explanation, scripts explanation? Did you get the analogy with the book, sentences, all of that stuff? I really tried to make it like as familiar for you as possible, because I know that this is quite technical stuff, and especially when you cannot really show what is going on behind the scenes, because I mean, yeah, of course I can ask to open my Paint instead of these two streams, who needs them anyway, but yeah. Any questions, gamers? Xeno Clash speedrunner now, okay, pilot. Which one is the one with the Russian accent? All of us.
Wait.
Goddamn,
fuck are we doing?
we got doxed.
I got ruffled.
Yeah, commentator
the
making the
Mission
run
Zero.
about himself. Yeah, that's true, 5. My time to shine. Who is commentating? That is me. Oh, did it work?
Yes.
Pulse fish? Oh, we
GG.
got them gamers.
Even got a cutscene.
Oh, cutscene. Mega loop, but still works. I mean, speedrunning community is basically Russian. Powdernet is Russian, everyone is Russian, they just, I mean, you know, they're shy to admit that. Yeah, congratulations Redlof, and hopefully PC can get his fast on Mission Zero. I think it should be your last attempt before going to save states. You have 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. Come on PC, you can do that. Give some love to PC. If you want PC to succeed, please go with GlitchCat emote. Any GlitchCats, any PC's subscribers in the chat, I want to see that GlitchCat right now in the chat. Let's go, gamers. Come on.
Don't sponsor his addiction to the glitch cat. Don't kill him.
Give some love to an amazing runner. A newcomer, by the way. You see PC on this GTAMarathon for the first time, and hopefully for not the last one. Hell yeah, a lot of glitch cats. So many subscribers. Holy shit, PC, I didn't know you were that rich.
I didn't
What
know
was
that
the
I
nature
have
of
an
commentator?
affiliation program.
Can I get PC's signature? DM me, I'm his manager. I guess we can work on it, you know.
Yeah. Or
Some
you
money is
can
obviously
PN me,
involved.
I'm my own manager.
PC, you have to go for save states now, you don't have time.
No.
Or you can go for one quick on Mission Zero attempt. If you fail, just get a car, do slow on Mission Zero, and then when you're about to enter the marker, do a save state. You don't have time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, I guess I didn't get any questions, so I'm going to pretend that my explanation was on point. You know, I was about to ask our restreamer if he knows what duping is, but I mean, Gale, of course he does. So no point in that, obviously.
Finally it worked. I just got ruffled by
State
by
safe
the
muscle rush.
by the fate.
You
Last
see
time.
the old fast on Mission Zero strat that involved using this Molly Rampage? Let's go. I mean, Gale obviously knows what duping is and how it works.
Why Gale is not streaming instead of that stupid PC? SMH?
No, PC is not stripping, don't worry, you're doing great. You have only 2 minutes though, so this has to be your last attempt. Alright gamers, any more questions about this category or this game in general? Maybe any questions to Redlof, because he's free right now? We'll see, we have some time. because we've already seen these insta-pass a few times from both runners. What is your favorite station and why? It is MS6. My favorite station is not MS6. Don't at me. How do
Mine
I
is
video
at
game?
me, please.
Playing games. Let's go. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, no problem. Now you know how duping works in most of the GTA titles. Like 3, Vice City, it's all similar. San Andreas even. There are some differences of course, but as I said, on a very basic level. Holy Frog, why are you adding? Oh, I said don't add me, yeah, sure. Why Waffle Dog? Great question.
My favorite GTA, my favorite radio in GTA LCS is Waffle's fun facts.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, by the way, this is not the last GTA LCS run on this marathon. Make sure to come back for... Holy Frog! All rampages by Redlof, all unique stun jumps raised by Redlof and Asajj cubed. And of course, any percent no AGS raised by Redlof and PaintedCat. A lot of LCS content, and of course, in-game Hondo by Redlof. So much LCS content this year. How long is any percent been broken for? Was it like, I don't remember, 4 months, 3 months? Not so long ago, by the way. It's actually not so long ago. This game isn't that popular, so a lot of people don't really know that it is already broken. Thanks to Powdinet, of course. VCS is next, by the way. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to spoil it, sorry.
You said, oi, are you Russian? SMH.
No, I'm not. Oi, oi, oi! That's not Russian.
Okay.
Room for more game-breaking stuff for faster times. Not on PSP, I don't think. There is a chance. Slim, it's really slim. But there is a chance PS2 might be faster if it has like a similar glitch and it is quicker. Who knows, but nobody really runs this game on PS2, so nobody knows. By the way, this glitch allows you to, for example, legitimately get debug menu, because it is still in the code. Unfortunately, you don't get a car spawner, though. And unfortunately, you cannot really use it to do ACE, like in VC, I mean, because the memory for the MP3s that you put in the game, well, not MP3s, custom tracks. Don't forget about the save state, Mr. PC. You don't have time for anything else.
I started.
You actually don't really have time already now.
Yes.
It's been almost 2 minutes.
So this is the last attempt.
Yeah, nobody's gonna look at PS2, I don't think. Not anytime soon, at least.
I thought you were gonna say nobody's gonna look at PC.
No, we are all looking at you.
No.
No love ways. Yeah, I really wanted to make Ace possible, but unfortunately the memory layout is different, so you have to jump backwards in time, and it's quite hard. And impossible.
I don't know what happened.
Let's see what happened.
Nothing. Mission failed.
Oh, bruh. What was that? Nice teleport. Well, unlucky PC. You'll get him next year.
Yeah, probably. Probably not. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's about the right time to give up, because we don't want to make Hoxie suffer even more by starting late night. So yeah, you're gonna see more from these runners. Don't worry, gamers. You're gonna see a lot of LCS content, VCS bingo as well, featuring PaintedCat. Don't miss that, it's gonna be fun. I'm also gonna be there, by the way. I'm gonna laugh at all of these participants, because my bingo is better than their skills and knowledge.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
People suffer.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, thank you for watching, gamers. Last words from runners, please.
Have a good evening. Have a good night.
I'm glad this wasn't a total train wreck as I expected it to be. and gladly didn't have to resort to save states either. So, I mean, hopefully the commentary and the game feed was okay enough to, you know, guide you through this evening to an extent. And yeah, see you with next rounds, I guess.